Hello everyone, this is Kevin T. Rodriguez, your entrepreneur, and let's talk about Uber Eats today. There was news that broke that Uber Eats, one of the new services that Uber has been playing around with to try to expand to the food delivery service, is going to be discontinued in New York City. And of course, according to the article and many others, I'll have the link to the Business Insider article, but most articles about this are saying the same thing. This spells doom for Uber Eats. And that basically it's a road bump in Uber's growth. And I've decided I want to comment on it. Is Uber Eats in trouble? At the moment, no. At the moment, this is nothing to get too concerned about. Uber Eats, for the foreseeable future, is going to be fine. It is, however, a sign that it needs to change if it is going to be successful, though. Because right now, Uber might have gotten into the ride-sharing business early and may have pioneered it. But in the food delivery service, not only do plenty of restaurants offer their own delivery service, but you have Postmates, Grubhub, and DoorDash. There is no shortage of apps out there for people who want to get their food delivered. And by the time Uber Eats got into most of these markets, those businesses had already taken a hold of a share. And it might be getting a little overcrowded for a newcomer to come in and, enter it, if you will. And here's the thing. Uber Eats, the way it was set up in New York City at least, it was not going to survive. It never was. Because unlike DoorDash, Postmates, and Grubhub, where you select a restaurant and you buy your items and you pay, Uber Eats was offering certain food items already made. Their whole bragging thing was you can have your food in 10 minutes, which, this is going to be a couple of problems. First of all, that means whatever you're buying, the driver has to have. Forget about special ordering. Forget if you don't like your mayo on your sandwich. You got whatever was ready. And here's the thing. In New York City, making that 10-minute promise was, let's say, it's a little difficult. If any of you have ever been to New York City, it's nice. There's a reason people like it there. There's also a reason there's a lot of people don't drive there. People who live there would just prefer to walk places. And even if they want to get things delivered, people who deliver things usually don't even deliver in cars. They deliver by walking because the traffic is so bad. So, yeah, Uber Eats in New York City, under those circumstances, it was not going to work. And I'm not terribly surprised that it's gone under. Now, in other areas where Uber Eats has, launched, they do allow for more than just certain items. You can buy lunch from other restaurants. And so it's a little bit more sophisticated. But there's a couple things Uber needs to do if Uber Eats is to be a success. And, of course, if they're going to be a success, they need to make this profitable for the drivers, which, that's why I'm here. I'm on the side of the drivers. I always have been, always will be, and that's what this channel's for. It's to help the drivers, not the companies. However, in this case, I'm giving advice to the company because this advice will not only help their business, but it will help the drivers as well. So, here's what Uber Eats needs to do. First of all, they're going to need to have some sort of credit card or something so that drivers can pay for this food. That's the only way that you need to make it so that drivers have a way to buy food anywhere and not have to take it out of their own pocket. That's one thing they need to do. The second thing they need to do, and this is really important, they need to start allowing tips. At the moment, Uber Eats does not allow for tipping. Not through the app anyway. If you gave the driver a cash tip, guarantee it, they're going to take it. They're supposed to say no. They're not going to say no. They're going to take the tip. But you need to make the tipping part of Uber Eats. You need to make the tipping an option on Uber right now, but especially with Uber Eats because food delivery service is so different from ride sharing. People don't like to get into food delivery business because they think it's beneath them or they don't enjoy delivering food. It's not the most fun job in the world for a lot of people. But What attracts people to it is the fact that there are tips. If you don't have the tips, they're not going to sign up to deliver for Uber Eats. And here's the thing. Unlike the ride-sharing service where you have one competitor, really, you have just one competitor. I don't think Arcade City is a blip on the map even, and Sidecar's gone. But in the food delivery business, you're competing with the aforementioned app services, and you're competing with the restaurants themselves who have their own delivery service. Because people have been delivering pizza and chicken for years. Years. There's even some McDonald's in New York City that deliver. I wonder why Uber Eats didn't succeed when there was just 3 things you could buy, and not even from the places you wanted to buy them from. I wonder. Sorry, this hair. So if Uber Eats is going to succeed, you need to provide credit cards so that the drivers can buy food from anywhere they want, or anywhere the customer wants, really. You need to allow tipping. In fact, you need to also not only allow tipping, you need to encourage tipping. And you need to encourage tipping in Uber at some point too. I've made other videos describing that. But Uber Eats, as of right now, it's not in serious trouble. It's just New York City. Their service was set up in a particular way where it had nowhere to go but down. It really didn't. And the thing about New York City is, unlike Los Angeles and other places, people in New York City would really rather just get out of the house and just walk there and pick up something. They're not as into the delivery thing as much as other places are. So, Uber Eats, it's not dead. It's not in trouble yet, but it can be. So, what do you folks think? Have you tried Uber Eats? Do you drive for Uber Eats? What are your thoughts on it? Comment below. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. And as always, flame responsibly. I'm your entrepreneur.